here I have my fabric unfold. The first thing I like to do when making trousers or short is to draw a straight line by this side, just a tiny line so that my markings will be straight. And after this, also on the waistline, I would also like to draw a baseline. I basically do this before taking my measurement. Now placing my tape 1 inch above the line, I'm going to measure the full length of the short, which I have at 16 inches, and I'll be also add 1 inch for folding. I will mark the same thing here, 16 inches and 1 inch, that's 17 inches. When I'm done, I will go ahead and mark a straight line there. On this line, I'll be marking the hip measurement of the baby, starting from this line that I marked here. Remember that I marked a baseline here. Starting from there, I'll mark the hip measurement of the baby divide by 4. After that, I added extra 1.5 inches for ease and sewing allowance. Actually, for adults, you don't need to add for ease again, but for the baby, they still wear diaper, so you have to give enough allowances. Placing my tape this way, 1 inch above the line, I will also mark the hip measurement divide by 4. After that, I'll be adding extra half inch to 1 inch. You can make it 1 inch, but half inch is enough for the crotch since the baby is still wearing diaper, so it will be free. And I'll go ahead and connect the lines together using a straight line. Here, I'll be marking the crotch extension, which I marked at 2.5 inches. You can make it 2 inches, but I marked 2.5 inches just to have enough space, so it's not too tight. Here, I'll be coming out by 1 inch, so I can have the crotch curve. Okay, you can use your ruler, your curve ruler, or you can use your free hand to do so. After that, I place my tape from where the crotch extension stops to that place that I marked the baseline to know the total measurements I have there. Whatever I have there, I will minus 1 inch or 1.5 inch, and then I will mark the remaining point here. Let's say I have 13 inches there, I'll just minus 1 inch and then mark 12 inches all the way to the hemline. After that, I will go ahead and connect the lines. You can see how I shaping that edge, not like a straight line, but just go ahead and shaping it so it's not tight. After that, I will go ahead and cut it. When I'm done cutting it, I will fold another fabric for the back, and then I'll place the front on it because I don't have enough fabric. When you are folding for the back, make sure that up you have enough space, and here as well you have enough space, so you can mark the crotch extension for the back. You can see for the back I marked 1.5 inches for the crotch extension. Let me go ahead and extend this line. So that point I marked 1.5 inches, then I marked again 1 inch all the way till the hemline. So remember, on the cross line for the back, I extended it with 1 inch, then 1.5 inches, then 1 inch till I get to the hemline. I'll go ahead and cover it. Okay. So after when I'm done with that, this up, you're supposed to have enough space for the waist. Okay, but I don't have enough space. I'll make use of what I have. Make sure you have at least 1 inch space, so you can come up by 1 inch, then go ahead and slant the line back to the hip line. From here, I will come out by 1 inch, just like I'm doing so. I'll mark 1 inch all the way to that crotch extension, then I'll use my free hand to curve it. Make sure it's not too curved so it's not tightening inside. So when I'm done, I'll go ahead and then cut it out. So we're basically done with cutting. If you're going to be placing pocket, just come down by 1 inch, just like I did. So you go ahead and notch it. This is where you'll be placing your pocket from. Okay, so you go ahead and notch it this way. So now it's time to start stitching. I'll first stitch with half an inch, stitch the crotch line this way and stop here. For the back as well, I'll also stitch with half inch and stop there. So after stitching, this is what it's looking like. You can see how neat it is, and I've also placed my pieces for pockets. If you still don't know how to sew your pocket, go through my channel. I have a detailed video for that. So I'm going to place the two right side facing each other. I'll arrange it very well, and I'm going to sew. When I get here, I'll sew through the pocket and then come down to the hemline. The same thing here, I'll sew through the pocket and then come down to the hemline. So after sewing it, the next thing to do is to sew the cargo pocket. So here I've cut out pieces for this cargo pocket. Here is the main cargo pocket and the cover. So I'm using the black chinos material for the cover and the main fabric for the cargo. So here I have 6 by 6.5 inches. Okay, the width is 6.5 and the length is 6 inches. So here I'm going to fold it this way with the right side facing up. I'm going to sew with half an inch at the center. The same thing I will do to this one because we are sewing two pockets. Fold it, right side facing each other. That means you are sewing from the right side, sew half an inch and then open it up and iron it. For the cover, I have here 6 inches as well and 7 inches. Okay, but it's on fold. After you fold it, you will have 3 inches left. So I'm going to sew here, and then I will turn it from this side. The same thing here, I'll sew by the two side and then turn it from the under and iron it properly. So this will be used to sew the side of the cargo. You can see I've cut out this is 1 inch, and then I'm going to fold it just like a bias. Okay, I'm going to sew it just like if I'm using it to sew the round of this pocket. So we'll go ahead and prepare the pocket, then we'll come back. I'll show you how to go ahead with it. So after sewing the side of the trouser, this is what I have. Go ahead and iron it flat so that the sewing allowance is flat. Okay, and for the main pocket, I've also gone ahead and I also folded about a quarter of an inch. You can see half an inch inward for all the whole part. And then for this, like I told you, I folded it in like a bias. So I'm going to place it this way, fold in like this top, and then you're going to fold it, put it this way. This is upper side, then put it this way, wrong side facing wrong side. Okay, and then you top stitch. You can see how I'm placing it. The folded edge is facing up while this one is facing down. So you keep placing it this way, you top stitch. When you get to this edge, you raise your sewing machine needle, adjust it, and then you keep top stitching till you top stitch round the three side. The upper part you don't need to top stitch, that's the opening. Okay, so I'll do the same thing to the second one. So after doing it, this is what I have. You can see this side of the pocket. Now is to it's time to place it on the trouser. So from here, I'm just going to mark where the pocket will stop. So I marked about 3.5 inches there, and then I'm going to place it this way. Make sure it's at the center. Okay, place it back. You can see I'm placing it, the wrong side is facing up, and I'm going to use that shape to mark a line. That's where I'll be sewing my pocket on. Okay, so now I'm going to open this black one, this second edge, and I'll place it on exactly on that line that I marked, and I'll keep top stitching. You can see when I get to this edge, I'll raise my machine up, I'll top stitch till I go around the three edges. Is after this, it will look like a cargo pocket. But if you don't do it like this, it will go inside. So this is what I mean. You place it this way, you bring out that other edge out, then you keep stop stitching on that line that you marked. Okay, until you are done. It's as simple as ABC. Then we'll place the back, the cover. So when I'm done, you can see this up, I just held it down with about half an inch line. So this is the cover. I'm done preparing the cover. So to sew it, you know there is a design on that cargo. I folded this and I've stitched, I turned and ironed it. So I'm using this to do the design. So I'm going to place it this way. You can see that I placed it and the is up. You can see I placed it. So I'm going to use my safety pin to hold it down this way. Okay, from where the pocket stopped, you're going to just come up, mark a line about 1 inch. That's where you'll be placing this from. Okay, and then after that, the cover, the right side is placed this way. You place it on top, then you're going to sew on the line that you marked. You sew the both like this, and then you flip it this way, and then you top stitch. It's as simple as ABC. It's not hard at all. So after sewing it, this is what I have. You can go ahead and cut the design the length that you want it. If you want it to pass enough there, is up to you. So when I'm done both the second pocket, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to the wrong side, and then I will stitch the crotch area, stitch the both end, and also this side as well. So after stitching it, it's now time to attach the waistband. You can see how beautiful this cargo pocket is looking already. So now I'm going to place my tape and measure around the waistline. This part is actually not that hard. As you know, I've posted a lot of tutorial on how to attach this waistband, so we might not be going deeply into it. Okay, so after measuring it round, I'm going to use it to cut out the fabric that I'll be using for the band. Here I have 4 inches when not on fold, and for the length is enough to go around the waist of the trouser that we just finished making, the cargo short that we just finished making. So now I'm going to go ahead and fold it right side facing right side. Place it this way, and I'm going to go ahead and stitch it using half an inch. After that, I'll prepare it both the waist, the elastic band and all. So I'm going to fold it this way and sew round, leaving a space to attach to put my waist, my elastic band, and after that I'll attach it to the cargo shorts. See you next time.